Welcome back. After taking home the national championship in 2009, last season was a quiet one on Com Ave. The Boston University Terriers finished in the hunt for the Hockey East title, but were upended in the conference semifinals. The bad news for the Terriers is their losses are large, with leading scorers Nick Bonino and Zach Cohen moving up to the NHL. The good news, Coach Jack Parker has brought in an extremely talented freshman class headed by forwards Charlie Coyle and Sahir Gill, who look to give the team a new spark.
Boston University goalie Kieran Millan believes he can return to top form this season for the Terriers.
WEBN's Ann O'Leary took the Green Line over to Agganis Arena to check out his progress.
He's breaking out of his sophomore slump. Boston University junior Kieran Millan is ready to hit the ice once more.
I'm kind of glad it's over, and I was happy to come back this year with a fresh start, and so far it's paid off.
Millan is heading into his third year as the Terriers' top goaltender. After winning a national championship during his freshman year, both he and the team struggled last year, posting just a .500 record.
We'd always seem to lose by one goal, and that last goal always seemed to be stoppable.
But teammate and captain Chris Connolly says the fault isn't just with the goalkeeper.
But last year, it's hard to blame just Kieran. He saw a lot of tough games, and he wasn't the only one out there that was struggling.
The team is off to a hot start in 2010, and Connolly says having Millan playing well behind them has helped the team perform early in the season.
Having somebody who's confident between the pipes definitely brings a calm to the rest of the team. And you don't play like you're nervous out there when you know your goalie's confident and we know he's going to do his job night in and night out.
Goalie coach Mike Garagosian says Millan's struggles last season may have come from overreaching his boundaries.
The goaltender's as good as his team, and I think Kieran started to do too much. He started being the defenseman and the goaltender and couldn't focus on what he was doing, to the point where he's kind of stuck somewhere between third and home.
But Garagosian says Millan's confidence is back and he's ready to have a good year.
Confidence is very, very important, and I think his confidence is up in his attitude of, hey, I'm going to have a great year this year. I really want a good year this year.
Millan and his teammates wrapped up an undefeated month of October and look to continue their success in November. They play the University of Maine at home this Saturday. For WEBN Sports, I'm Ann O'Leary reporting.
Could this season's Hockey East champion climb from the woods of Maine? The Black Bears made a surprising surge last season, making it all the way to the Hockey East championship game before they lost a thriller in overtime to BC 7-6. UMaine hopes to ride last season's momentum into 2010-2011, returning dynamic scorers Gustav Nyquist, Brian Flynn, and much of their offense. The big hurdle for Maine will be at goaltender, where their net will be minded by newcomers Martin Ouellette and Dan Sullivan.
And now for the final team on our Hockey East countdown. Call it a dynasty. With 3 national championships in 10 years, Boston College could fall into that category. And its team may not be finished. Last season, the Eagles packed their trophy case with a bean pot, a Hockey East title, and a national championship trophy. This year, the Eagles are poised for another postseason run, returning 17 lettermen to their squad. Senior goalie John Muse will try to win his 3rd national title, something that has never been done in the Division I college hockey.
So you've seen the teams, you've heard their names, but now who will win the Hockey East title and go beyond? For more on these burning questions, we send it over to Jillian, who's with the voice of BU Hockey, Tristan Hobbs.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm here with Tristan Hobbs, play-by-play broadcaster for WTBU. So first, Tristan, I'd like to ask, who is going to be the Hockey East Rookie of the Year?
Tough question early on in the season. Only 3 weeks into Hockey East play, but a little bias here from Boston University, but we got 2 really good freshmen, Sahir Gill and Charlie Coyle. Gill has 8 points, leads all freshmen in Hockey East. Coyle, has 7 right behind him. So I think if those 2 continue to play the way they're playing right now, I think one of them will win it. Coyle was the high-touted guy. He came in, he was a first-round draft pick by the San Jose Sharks. Gill, a little bit less of a known guy, so he's having a great year. Both having a great year. I think one of those 2 are going to win it.
So which team do you think will benefit most from their goalie?
Another tough question. I think right now, Maine, they're having a goalie battle right now early on. They lost both of their seniors last year. They have a really good offense, and if one of those goalies can stand up and play well enough to keep them in games that they can score a lot of goals to win them, I think they'll benefit most. But, you look at BC and BU, both have Kieran Millan and John Muse, but then Northeastern has Chris Rawlings. If Northeastern can just score a couple goals, Chris Rawlings is one of the top 3 goalies in the league. So,
who do you believe is going to be the player of the year?
It's a good question. I think there's 3 really top guys that could be it. I think Gustav Nyquist from Maine, Stefan DaCosta from Merrimack, and Cam Atkinson from Boston College. Nyquist and DeCosta had great freshman years last year. Nyquist has just been phenomenal. I think Atkinson led last year, led the nation in goals for Boston College. With the way Maine's playing now with their offense, I think Nyquist might run away with it because I think he has a better chance of scoring more points. So I think Nyquist will have the upper edge in that.
Okay, so BU versus BC. Who do you think is going to be better, and who do you think is going to take the Beanpot?
Who do I think is going to be better? Right now, well, BU just inched ahead of Boston College in the national rankings. BC is supposed to be unbelievable this year. They had an unbelievable returning class coming back from last year's national championship team, but I don't think the question could be answered until December 4th and 5th when they meet each other for the first 2 times. I like to give the edge to BC right now. I think BU still is really untested, a lot of young kids. I think BC will have the advantage in that category. And as for the Beanpot, they're both playing in the first round against each other. And I think whoever wins that game will win the Beanpot. And I think it's going to be, I like to say BU, but I think it's going to be BC.
Who has the tools to win a national championship?
Winning a national championship, I think Maine has the offense to do it. But as I said, they need a goaltender that's going to step up and play consistent hockey for them. Boston College has all the makings to make another run for the national title. They have an unbelievable amount of scoring back from last year. John Muse and Parker Milner in net, 2 of the best goalies in Hockey East to backstop them. They have some great leadership, some great upper-class leadership. I think they have the most tools to win it. But as we've seen in the past, teams that win the national title sometimes have a down year the next year. Happened to BC and BU the last 2 years. But I think it's going to stay in Hockey East, the national championship this year. And I think Maine or Boston College has a great chance at it.
Who is going to win the Hockey East this year?
I think it's a tough question early on in the season. I think New Hampshire has a good team. They're off to a slow start. But I think Maine, with the scoring they have, I think that's going to overcome a lot of problems they might face this year. And I think they'll have the best shot at winning the Hockey East. I mean, I mentioned Boston College having a very senior-laden team, upper-class team. But I think Maine, with their scoring and with the way they play the game, will have the best chance of winning it.
Again, this is Tristan Hobbs, play-by-play man for BU Hockey. Tristan, thank you again for being with us today. Jeff, back to you.
Thanks, Jillian. Hockey season just recently took flight at Boston College. WEBN's Brian Drozda went over to Chestnut Hill, where the team and its fans prepared for the winter, but in a very unique way.
Just another pep rally, right? Bob Costas is the MC, BMWs are being driven on the ice and given away, and Vanilla Ice even stopped by for a performance.
I've been to pep rallies before, but never one quite like this.
That's probably because there never has been a pep rally like this. Welcome to Boston College's Ice Jam, the first of its kind. The Conti Forum floor was split in 2, half ice, half hardwood. The concept junior men's ice hockey forward Barry Almeida was impressed with.
You know, I know other teams do Midnight Madness, but I've never seen anything with half hockey, half basketball. The concept was great, and I thought it was great. I thought it was unbelievable.
The show wasn't all about floor split in 2 and celebrities. The athletes contributed to the action too. Players from the hockey teams took part in a hardest shot and trick shot competition. Trick shot competition was won by Barry Almeida. Starting goaltender John Muse was happy he didn't have to stand between the pipes for that.
Fortunately, I didn't have to do that. It's just difficult. You don't know what they're going to come down and do. Usually it's moves. Most of those moves I've never seen before, so it makes it much harder to play goal when that happens.
While Muse believes stopping trick shots may be hard, he thinks the Ice Jam concept has potential to spread.
Yeah, I think it could catch on. I think tonight it was a great success. It was a great showing by a lot of the fans, a lot of students around campus. I think if other schools see that, they might want to try to duplicate it.
From Bob Costas to Vanilla Ice, from trick shots to slam dunks, Ice Jam was just what Boston College fans needed to get ready for the 2010-2011 college hockey and college basketball seasons. And they better get ready quick, because coming up this week, Boston College has Merrimack. For WEBN, I'm Brian Drozda.
This has been Hockey East Preview, a special edition of WEBN Sports. I'm Jillian Leff.
And I'm Jeff Hancock. Thanks for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy another season of college hockey. Take care, everybody.